It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Lorenzo Carter there to bring him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Commanders will have a first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. From the gun, it's Daniels. It's caught, Eckler. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
An option give to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Staying with Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
On comes Austin Seibert and the Commanders' field goal unit to try this on 4th down. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Piniero's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Here's Avery Williams on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game, but he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play action. Here's Penix. Flushed out of the pocket. The pressure's there, and it closes in on him. He's dropped for the sack, and that is what should bring us to the end of this opening quarter. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll have it 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Penix. On the move, headed right. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Boy, this defensive crew is locked in that O-line's head. They are a-spinning. Back-to-back sacks has this offense on skates, and those blockers can't figure out where this rush is coming from next.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. No return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back. Nowhere to go but for a sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. And they send a man in motion. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the gun, Daniels. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Falcons will take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. No driving forward, but won't get beyond the line. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They go play action. Here's Penix. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. The Falcons with some work to do, trailing in this game. Penix on 1st down. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
2nd and 3. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 24. Finds his target, Robinson. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Looking to throw. And that's good for a gain of 5. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. The rookie from Michigan, there that time. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The Commanders pulling in front after 2. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Penix working from the gun. Into the hands of Pitts. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's Penix to throw. Pitts brings it in. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Jukes out a one-stop. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, here's Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
He was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Throwing Penix. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 17, he brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. It's a design boot. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Penix. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Penix. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have 4th and goal after the break. It's Falcons football, a nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Younghoe Koo out for the field goal. Pressure hanging over this kick. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
And we're barely into this quarter, Kate, and already a tied game. A whole new game. Starting from this point, every single possession will be a premium.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that's scored.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Daniels. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running for it. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, around Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Daniels now. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And now they face second down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
2nd and 10, Penix to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw. Quick slant into the hands of Pitts. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Younghoe Koo out for the field goal. Pressure hanging over this kick. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They gain 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Younghoe Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Washington are ready to go on offense as they take the field. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Daniels coming back after that pick. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. This one misses the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Now to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Now Daniels to throw. Chased out to his right. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights, and the Commanders cut it to a field goal game. Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. The Falcons nearing a victory as he drops to a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
I kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both?
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intent that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.